is still there in the North Bank stand. It was unfurled, it was drawn up from down at ground level by cords from the roof of the Emirates Stadium, and only now is it pulled down, and we can see
here's how I
tucked
keep track
away
of all my
here.
attacks.
We can
I
see
start by bringing up
in the North Aerial. It was unfurled, it was drawn up from down at ground level, by cords from by the roof of the Emirates Stadium, and only now.
My work is easy. Here's how I keep track. I start by bringing up.
It was unfurled, it was from down at ground by cords from by the roof of the Emirates Stadium.
My work is easy. I start by bringing up.
From down at ground by cords from by the roof of the Emirates Stadium.
My work is easy. I start by bringing up.
I can just see the top of his head there, the hood of his anorak as he takes his seat. And his team, remember, coming into this round of fixtures, they had the best away record in the Premier League this season. So the teams, Arsenal with Raya in goal, Timber, Saliba, Hincapié and Calafiori. So Hincapié coming in for Gabriel as North London forever strikes up. Tottenham fans in the corner are winding themselves.
How you doing, Patrick? You alright? How you doing? You keeping well, mate? Just got the old music playing on in the background. That's why there's no like sort of commentary coming on at the minute.
The first free kick of the match. Big match, big week, certainly a big week for Arsenal, with Bayern Munich visiting Harry Kane, of course, on Wednesday. And
I'm glad you're okay.
They go to Chelsea next Sunday, so we'll be at Stamford Bridge for that one. But of course, Tottenham go to Paris to play the European champions this midweek, so you'll hear that on 5 Live and Sports Extra this coming midweek. Listeners to the World Service, join us here on what has been a sunny afternoon. It is dry, the daylight has gone now, and the floodlights are shining brightly down, and Clinton Morrison is sitting alongside me here. Premier League goal scorer, Republic of Ireland international, and an excellent atmosphere swirling around the stadium, Clinton.
So we had a result earlier on. Leeds United lost at home against Aston Villa. They were taking the lead and all.
Arsenal fans on their feet, twirling their red and white scarves, and the ball bounces out for a throw.
Pretty good result for Sunderland, really, that, because it keeps the bottom three down there. They've not gained any points on us, because all three teams lost at the bottom.
In that midfield, so Thomas Frank is packing the midfield.
Yeah, and you can see why you would want to do that. Arsenal, who are unbeaten here this season. Indeed, they've won all but one of their matches. The 1-1 draw against Manchester City. Saka does very well to keep it in. Just down here on the right-hand side as Arsenal attack towards the clock stand, but Udogie comes out with the ball against Saka and then plays it forward. But Saliba is able to come across, but under pressure from Richarlison turns it out of play, and it's a throw into Tottenham near the halfway line. So Tottenham, Mikel Arteta, just down there for the first time, comes to the edge of his coaching area. There are instructions being fired right, left and centre. Both arms up now from Arteta. Throwing taken. Arsenal win it back. Little touch from Marino. Still on the halfway line. Trossard. In comes the challenge on him, but Trossard keeps possession against Romero. Did very well there to hold it up, the Belgian. Now Saka down the right. Into Eza. Eza scoops it in. Shot from Rice. Deflected. Behind. Goalkeeper made the save first of all, and then it came off the Tottenham defender. I thought for a moment it was going to ricochet in off Danso into his own net, but just by the post.
A brilliant play from Saka, and the pass from Eze is outstanding. He just scoops it over 2 players, and Declan Rice doesn't have the clean connection. It's a good save from Vicario, but what a pass from Eze.
Super move.
We need to start the clock, don't we?
Yeah, Saka done well. He finds Eze in them little pockets, and a little scoop over the 2 defenders.
Well, here we go. Here we go then. First corner. Thought it might be a corner and set piece fest, this, and here is the first one. These 2 teams so effective, although Tottenham can defend them well. Also, Saka to take this, left it in towards the near post, and actually attempted flick on there. Actually,
I was a bit disappointing, Patrick, from us yesterday. Weren't the best at all, was it?
And out of play by Timber for a goal kick. He was trying to flick it on there, and he was in exactly the right place.
He was in the right place. He was in the Gabriel position, but he got too much on it. You can see he's not used to that, but yeah, it's a good ball. It's been a good start from Arsenal. That would have been some goal.
Head in his hands there.
Found the bottom corner. Good save from Vicario, but brilliant start from Arsenal.
It was, and also the, as you said, Clinton, the scoop for a goal kick from Eza. Just a lovely move, really. Saka was like lightning on the right-hand side, the way he burst in field, set it up to Eza.
So this is the last
with the burst
fixture, the last match.
The save from
for the end of the week.
And Arsenal and Tottenham survive. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0, 5 live in the World Service from the BBC. You can listen to both via the BBC Sounds app if you're on the move. And the latest on Aberdeen Hearts comes from Kenny Crawford.
76 minutes gone still, Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0, but we thought Hearts were going to be level a moment ago. It was Claudio Braga 6 yards out, pulling the trigger, and a brilliant last-ditch challenge by Jack Milne, the central defender, means it's still Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0.
Going to Twickenham in a moment, but Marino for Arsenal. Red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts, red socks. Arsenal now with Saka on the right-hand side. Tottenham in their first choice colours as well, as it should be for a derby. The white with the blue trim.
Got to fancy Arsenal for this one, like, you just have to.
Defending the clock stand. We will go to Twickenham when we get a chance.
Got to
Marino
fancy
plays
Arsenal.
It out of play off Udogie, throw into Arsenal. Level the edge of the penalty area. They take it short. Saka back to Zubamendi, who's going to track it all the way back.
So we've slipped down the table a little bit, Aston Villa.
From Twickenham, Chris Jones.
I tell you what, they're going really well, Villa now, like up to 4th. So we would have still been there if we'd won yesterday, but ifs and buts in it.
England 10-0 up as they look for
Ifs
an
and
11th
buts.
straight win and to end the excellent 2025 on a high.
And I watched the Newcastle Man City game yesterday. I tell you what,
right now,
they were unreal, Newcastle. Man City, absolutely dreadful.
Orchard with Paul Grayson and Chris.
God, Foden's finishing yesterday.
So Tottenham,
that
the
was
ball at the back,
bad.
already survived
Capital,
the first
big.
scare. Van de Ven chipping it up
Really
to the
bad.
halfway line. It's won by Timber.
So we've got now to be afraid of if we play when we play City. Absolutely
on the ball
not.
for the first time, as I say, just won his 50th cap in Ecuador's last match when they beat New Zealand in New Jersey, which is where the World Cup final will be held next summer. As the ball is fired out to the far side, but Spence challenges against Trossard, and it's out for a throw-in to Tottenham. Earlier, convincing win for Scotland, if you haven't heard that, in the other autumn international of the day, 56-0 against Tonga. We've already heard from Morgan Rogers on 5 Live. You've just got into your car and you want to hear that. If you tune back to round about 4:20 on the BBC Sounds app, you'll hear Morgan Rogers there. 2 goals for him in their 2-1 win at Leeds. Leeds were 1-0 up. We'll hear from Daniel Farke, I would imagine, at half-time, as Tottenham play it back to Van de Ven. Van de Ven long and left-footed. There's a one for Richarlison to chase. Saliba's underneath it, gets his
I actually
head
thought
to it.
Leeds played okay, really.
The back of Zubamendi by
Aston Villa, they were really shoddy with the passing, like.
Thought about it, but he's just given it as a throw-in to Tottenham that Udogie is going to take, the number 13. Udogie loops the throw-in to Richarlison, who tries to turn against Timber, but it's Arsenal who come
They were
out with
hanging
the
on
ball.
Villa,
Saka
like,
takes
they
it
were
away.
hanging on till the end.
Marino by Van de Ven,
They just didn't
and
enough.
Michael Oliver just takes a moment or two. Not sure whether he'll speak to Van de Ven, will he, after that?
He knows what he's doing. He left a bit on him. He's saying,
Thanks for the 3 thumbs up, thank you.
And he did leave a bit on him. Everyone was unhappy about
And
that
to
tackle,
anybody
but you
who
need that.
is
It's a
watching.
derby. You can't be friendly, John.
No, absolutely. And then Eza is upended by Richarlison, I wondered when he would be involved in something like that.
It's a fiery start, like.
Just swung Eza's legs out from underneath him. And Michael Oliver might well have a word with Richarlison when he next trots past him as well.
Did you ever expect anything else with Richarlison?
Absolutely not.
It's fiery and it's frantic.
You'll have been on the receiving end of a few of those Van de Ven style tackles.
Spurs win, that knocks Sunderland down another place, I think.
Looking for Saka. Oh, Doggy a little uncomfortable, but recovered well, and then plays it back across the 6.
I don't think this is going to be 0-0.
With a clearance, very nearly gave it to Eza. It has fallen back to Arsenal. Timber, oh, lovely play. Played it between the two Tottenham players. Saka then tried to knock it through the legs of Van de Ven, who had a little nip at Saka there with the
excusez-moi
that he put in, and he felt that, Saka, as well. Ball's played back to the England man on the right-hand side. He's got some space here. Here's the cross. It's headed away.
Hello, Bong, how you doing?
Headed away by Palhinha. Timber plays it across the box.
Are you wanting to win out with these two then, mate?
Eza tries to bring it down. Zubamendi's in there as well, and so too is Hincapié. Arsenal are smothering Tottenham here as Calafiori.
I can't see anything else but a Spurs win, to be honest, an Arsenal win, to be honest with you.
They're struggling, Tottenham. This reminds me of the game against Chelsea. They've not got the players that can get on the ball in midfield. They're not having no possession, but Arsenal have been relentless, John.
Yeah, on a 14-match unbeaten run.
So yesterday it was mad. Forest beat Liverpool 3-0. That's crazy, that, like.
International window.
West Ham getting a point, so they're climbed out the bottom 3.
Win at Sunderland until Brian Brobby's late goal. Ball headed away by Udogie. It hasn't cleared the penalty area.
Leeds, Wolves,
by Trossard, and then the shot
Burnley
deflected up into the air and loops and lands in the arms of Vicario. Marino shot, but it hit
Leeds did score to make it 2-2, but Calvin Lewin handled the ball into the net. It wasn't a goal, like. It was handball.
England have a handsome lead now, John. England 17, Argentina nil, a second try.
But Leeds, they played really well. Like you say, the Villa were on the back foot. They were panicking Villa the last 10 minutes. They just couldn't string a pass together, and it was just Leeds all the time.
Later, the Rugby Union Weekly will have all of the reaction and analysis of the autumn internationals, and likewise, similarly, the Checkered Flag podcast after the Las Vegas Grand Prix this morning. Controversial as Arsenal, with Rice played in towards the edge of the penalty area, but Tottenham take possession and bring it away. They've been under pressure here. First 10 minutes, just the start. That
Kenny, mate, I'll have a slight soft spot for Spurs, but little
minus the goal
on where's the arse shirt sometime.
I think Declan Rice will be disappointed, even though it's a good save from Vicario. If it's in the corner, he scores. But this is the problem with Tottenham.
I mean, if Arsenal lose,
I've said it all season when I've watched them. Got to have players if you want to play out from the back.
Liverpool have lost. And
that's how Arsenal
City have lost. Is Arsenal going to follow suit? Because I tell you what, they're gifting them the title at the minute, aren't they? So there you go. You can pull away.
He said this special fixture is
so it'll be a huge 3 points of Arsenal get it, like,
after an international window. Said it makes it easier for the players coming back.
I still can't believe Liverpool score though.
To get going again and face a match
absolutely
like this.
Nuts.
And Hincapié now, long pass from him, the left side.
What the odds were of that then? Putting the bet on.
Gabriel Trossard putting Danso under pressure. Danso plays it off Trossard, hasn't bounced out of play. Marino comes across, but it bounces down for Palhinha, and then Jed Spencer.
Little one born in North London, so where's the Gunners shirts?
And it's out of play for a throw-in.
Are you anywhere near Arsenal then?
Area, but not an inch of space.
Holloway Road and all that?
No, I don't know how Arsenal are going to get up. Tottenham are going to get up out of their half, because they're trying to play balls up to Richarlison. He's got 2 defenders around him, and this is where you got to be brave enough to get on the ball. Just like Arsenal are. I know it's a different level at the moment, but Arsenal, and not John, what only they're doing on the ball, off the ball, they've been first class so far.
Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0. And while Tottenham are unbeaten away in the Premier League, and just got a stoppage because Trossard has taken a knock, so referee Oliver is just going across to see how he is, and he seems to be holding his shoulder.
But Michael Oliver's give that hands up, not for the physio to come on, so maybe he just got a bit of a knock.
Well, maybe they're just the way that he...
Oh, Highgate, the posh end,
on his arm.
I think it's his... No, it is his leg, John. He did get a bit of contact. I think it's on his leg.
Okay.
He does
so with the Premier League, I would say Wolves.
We will see.
I think they're gone.
Coming on. So Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0.
Burnley Leeds.
Yes, Tottenham did lose their.
Someone's got a gun down.
When they were beaten at Newcastle.
And our Sunderland, our team. My team. They're not safe yet.
So
nowhere near. But we get a bit of ahead of ourselves. I think a lot of fans were thinking,
we'll win tomorrow. He's on the front.
If you look at my preview video, Bong, you'll see that I actually says that would lose. It sounds mad me saying that, but I just had that feeling. But the referee was awful.
But he's been an important player when Martinelli and Hincapié have been out.
Yeah, definitely.
Madueke.
Yeah, you're right. And Madueke is just going to have a warm-up. He's been outstanding, Trossard. He'll stay in the team because his performances and the goals he scored, he's been
9 votes. I'll say Arsenal win.
And they probably, I would say, they haven't missed Madueke because the players have delivered. But it's good to have Madueke back in the squad because he's been very good for them before he picked up that injury.
That's Clinton Morrison with us here on 5 Live for the North London derby, 0-0. Yes, that's the Thomas Tuchel rule, isn't it? If you play well, you keep your place in the team.
People
more managers should
think, am I mad? Are you a Sunderland supporter? You're supposed to be back in the team.
Yes, although you've got to do the first part of that.
I've just
play well. Yeah,
also going to be absolutely honest as well.
Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0, 13 minutes played here. Arsenal
couldn't have been a worse place to go after the international break. Fulham.
Long throw then for Arsenal. Trossard.
It didn't help though. Regis Labrie had them playing the wrong formation. It was too defensive, man. Isidore might as well have not been on the pitch. He had no service at all. We were just too defensive. We just didn't offer nothing up front. Fulham weren't massively spectacular. We only really had that chance, and that was Enzo Lafay, wasn't it? When he put it just wide.
As we look at it behind him, Calafiori dummies to
we weren't disgraced. We didn't get played off the park. We just didn't
Cross
offer
from
anything.
Calafiori is deflected. Richarlison's back there, heads it away from the dead ball line. It would have been going out for a corner. Now Audebert.
Didn't we play in these defensive tactics, man, against the lesser teams in the Premier League?
It bounced behind for what is a goal kick to Tottenham, and it remains 0-0. Yes, big Champions League dates in midweek. So we'll be back here. There's a lot of Arsenal on 5 Live at the moment. We saw them at Sunderland before the international window. This match, commentary on Wednesday night when Bayern Munich come here, and commentary on that Chelsea match next Sunday afternoon. But Tuesday night, Chelsea-Barcelona. Some matches this week. Chelsea-Barcelona. We've got Arsenal, Bayern Munich, PSG against Tottenham as well.
I don't know if you've seen the Man City game yesterday, Bong, but my God.
They are big hitters, Clinton.
Yeah,
they didn't have the shooting boots on Man City.
All the time, because they're the informed team and they're the best team in the Premier League.
Foden, oh my God.
So Arsenal 26 points, Chelsea 23 points, Manchester City 22 points. And now Aston Villa are up in 4th place in the table, so that's nudged.
Is the fee happy at playing 10? Because I thought Riggy would have done a better job yesterday.
Coming into this. But if Tottenham were able to win here,
you trust Regis Labrie would be. That's where he's.
Free kick on the halfway line. Palhinha was fouled.
He's going to pick the best position for him, isn't he?
Vicario, all in royal blue, will take. In fact, he suddenly matches the advertising hoardings.
We just looked so disjointed yesterday, man.
Sponsor airline as Vicario pumps it forward.
Looked like we're never going to score.
But Raya comes and is able to take a catch quite comfortably, and then runs the ball out towards the edge of the area. And is nudged into by Van de Ven, so that is given as a free kick. He quickly puts it down on the ground. Mikel Arteta has just made the point.
Yeah, but he needs to slow down. I think he gets involved far too much. I like Mikel Arteta. I think he's a brilliant manager, but just play the game. Don't worry about anything. Your team is too good to get involved with the 4th official at the moment.
Yeah, Michael Salisbury and Mikel Arteta now back on his own there, still waving his arms around. I think it's always worth pointing out, don't forget, this is still his first senior job in management. Those 3.5 years under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, but this is the first time
there's no matter of criticism towards Lafay. Love him, but something was off yesterday.
Timber playing it infield. Calafiori, Eza tried to give it back to Calafiori.
I can bring myself to watch NUFC win, Cabby.
Went down, then a high foot from Audebert on Hincapié.
That was just guaranteed to happen, wasn't it?
Play on. Trossard crosses it deep towards the back post. Saka pulls that down brilliantly. He was in mid-air when he pulled it down under pressure from Udogie. Then it might have been pulled back. He was. It's a free kick to Arsenal on the right hand.
And the Mags away from home.
They're
dreadful. I watched them against Brentford. But you say yesterday, guys still tear shreds off Sunderland if they play like they did yesterday and we played like we did yesterday. But then the week before, the way they played against Brentford, we played against Arsenal. What a strange game football is like.
be left alone with Michael Oliver. The tackles flying in.
They are flying in, but it's a North London derby. If you don't, it's a derby.
But did you see that cross when it came in for Forden? He just started tapping in the net. He puts it like a foot wide.
You want to do it for your team, and that's what I do. I love it. And Michael Oliver's done well on every decision there. I don't think it was a foul on Mickey van der Ven. I don't think it was a foul on Nkapia. So good decision. Yeah. That was a foul though on Doggy on Saka.
Yes, it was. And what a brilliant take it was from Saka.
Oh,
he was flying through the air at the time as the ball dropped over his shoulder at pace, with Udogie right next to him, pulled it down, controlled it.
Like Velcro on the boots.
John. Yeah, it was. I interviewed him during
you're not
going to
win every game, Bob. It's just not going to happen.
It takes a little bit of getting going.
Yeah, he does.
Not like when he's on the football field. Saka, he was very keen to talk about his dog.
I do think in the transfer window,
from the free kick, swirls it in, but high over everyone.
We do need to get that experienced striker because we're still lacking up front.
He might have been going for that far top corner, you know.
Yeah, or
still
maybe
lacking
into
up front.
A dangerous area because you're not going to beat Vicario from there. So I think you'll be disappointed with that free kick, Saka. Yes. But we'll have to talk another day about his dog anyway.
Yeah,
it's not for the radio.
Probably not the day today.
Exactly.
Yes, it was on. I think it was on the 5 Live social media.
So you can get
anyway,
that.
So it'll be on there. He was talking about how he takes it to Marks and Spencer's.
Oh wow! Didn't know. Oh okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Quite surprised. I'd be somewhat surprised if I was in Marks and Spencer's and I saw Saka and his dog. Here is Udogie down the left-hand side into the full-back position. Then he is leaned into by Saka. No free kick. Tottenham fans at the other end thought differently, and then back to Timber. Long ball high, disappears out of our sight under the roof above us. Eza chases it, but Tottenham have got it back. And
I wonder if Arne Slot's going to be under pressure.
Strong against Arsenal here. There's Arsenal challenge.
I wonder what's going wrong with Liverpool then.
Arsenal, who this season had won 10 in a row before that draw
that is
at
weird.
Sunderland, and the 8 clean sheets in a row as well, which equalled the club record as challenge on the halfway line on Richarlison by Zubimendi. Zubimendi looks as though he's relishing this first experience of a North London derby for him.
He's been a brilliant signing, one of the best signings Arsenal have made in the summer. It's interesting with Adalbert though, he needs to start getting his Tottenham career up and running. I know he's had a few injuries, but when I see him, he has to do more jobs.
Still the Arsenal Spurs game. It's nowhere near the intensity of some Newcastle,
this season, but it's been half starts and half substitute appearances. So this is 8th start for Adalbert, but really we haven't seen much of Tottenham in an attacking sense in the early stages. Vicario then, another long free kick, clearly a tactic. Danso heads it across the box, but Arsenal have got buddies in all of the right places. And Timber then volleys one away downfield for Trossard to chase. Jed Spence is with the ball. Trossard just nicks it away from him and out of play for
some player. Trossard, mate.
Trossard there receives the appreciation from the Arsenal supporters for chasing that lost cause, putting Spence under pressure, and it's a
don't forget, click the thumbs up. It helps people know that we are live very much indeed.
This is what they're looking for, and I think it's where Tottenham fans get frustrated is when they get a free kick, Vicario just takes it and wants to hit Danzo, and they're trying to get the seconds. It's not how Tottenham fans want to play, but sometimes you have to do that.
0-0, 5 Live in the World Service. Tottenham barely been out of their own half.
You think LFC might come in for Nordy? Liverpool's defence are questionable. I don't think Liverpool will be stagnant for long.
And then
there is far too much talent in there.
Sweeps it on downfield.
There's something stirring the pot, isn't there? There's just something like they're not quite happy about.
He lacks a yard of pace for me, Adalbert.
They shouldn't be losing 3-0 against Forest.
But in a game like this where you need runners in behind, he just lacks that yard of pace.
Don't care what anyone says.
First and was able to pass it back to Raya. Now Saka is being put under pressure by Van der Ven, and that's a free kick. And Van der Ven disputes that, but Saka will tap it back to Saliba.
He's one of the best around, you know, Mickey van der Ven.
Thanks for the thumbs up. Very much.
Many years, because there'll be a lot of top clubs knocking on their door for him, John. I rate him that highly.
You know, I was thinking exactly the same thing yesterday. Top scorer this season as well.
Like the Arsenal game at the minute's going to be stagnant.
Obviously.
No, but I think I don't know. There's something just not quite right there. There's in the dressing room or whatever it may be.
Window.
You can see him there as a fullback as well, the way he scored these goals and when he's gone on these mazy runs for Tottenham this season.
Yeah, it is Arsenal in possession. Yeah, played
Well, that was
left
Sunderland.
back
When we
against
play
Poland
City, we've got nothing to be
in the
afraid of.
1-1 draw.
They were terrible.
And then he was an
yesterday.
unused substitute. Quite a few of the international managers were being quite cute in terms of the use of their
They were
international
shell-shocked
players.
at Newcastle.
So it's a throw-in for Tottenham, half inside their own half. I think the Dutch squad is very strong. You expect them to go a long way in the World Cup next year.
Yeah, you do. Got some good players.
Tottenham are told by Michael Oliver
Hello,
to get on with
watching.
this throw-in that
How are you doing on
Udogie
this
eventually
Sunday
takes. Oliver
night?
then plays it all the way across the field. Danso,
Back to work tomorrow.
one of 5 changes that Thomas Frank made from the starting lineup against Manchester United.
Doesn't
When
take
they
long,
thought
does
they'd
it,
come
for
back
the
to win
weekend?
it until De Ligt scored that late goal. So not only Arsenal conceding a late goal before the international window, Tottenham did as well, remember, as Kudus will find Odobert, and Odobert now through the middle, but Arsenal have got lots of bodies back, and the pass is deflected off one of them.
Spurs definitely has made a
cleared
good
away
catch
by
with their manager, mind. I think
Nketiah.
he's a solid
Mikel
manager.
Merino goes down under the challenge from Udogie, but that is not given as a free kick, which I think I can see why Michael
I'll
Oliver
bottom the
didn't
league
give that.
table so
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
so the
We
only
went near
new
it, so it
team
was
to
one of
come
those,
down,
50-50.
if it
Could
stays
go
the same
either
end of
way.
season, will
You
be
see there where
Wolves.
Odobert had the ball, not
There's
confident
been a
enough
pattern,
to
hasn't there?
go
The
and
three
take
teams
players
that
on.
go
That's
straight
what
back
he's in the
down,
team
and at the
for. He has
minute
to be
it's
better in possession.
Leeds United and
Yeah.
Burnley keeping
I
that
think in the
trend up.
context of the match so far,
Sunderland,
Michael Oliver,
So
some
no
of the
way
challenges he's
means
let go,
out of it by a long
Yeah,
shot,
in the
but
interest of
they're in a healthy
consistency,
position
probably
compared
was
to
why he let
Leeds
that one
and
go. Might have been given as a free kick in another
Burnley.
Premier League match. but
Yeah, you're right.
But there's just something not quite right still with Sunderland. Like I say, they need that firepower, they need that experience, they need that striker, someone who knows where the ball is. And people say, well, you can't give Isidore a hard time because he's got no service.
Sent
Well,
off a couple of
we need to
Arsenal
fix that
players
service
last
issue,
season.
don't we?
Michael Oliver.
We need to give him more
He sent
service.
off, do you remember Trossard when he was
Simple.
sent off at Manchester City, and then
Yeah.
Lewis Skelly.
It's like a broken record. It's like, see it so many times with Sunderland, they've had no service for strikers. Well, need to sort that out.
Now it finds its way to Saka, who's seen a lot of the ball in the early stages. Ezra is challenged by Bentancur. Bounces back though to Saliba on the halfway line, and Arsenal are back in possession. Here's Declan Rice, who's had the one big chance so far of the match. Zubamendi sets off with the ball, and then checks, gives it back to Timber, whose socks are almost down near his ankles. Then back to Saliba again. Gabriel is here before the match. He received the
Tell what, the
the
Fulham game
Arsenal
yesterday though,
Player
it
of the
chucked
Month
it down from
award,
start to finish.
which is the red
Torrential rain.
cannon on the plinth, and he received a great ovation. At least a month, Mikel Arteta was saying that Gabriel
Tempo
will
slowed
be
down
out
right at the
as
match
this
at the minute.
latest
Arsenal
attack
still
breaks down.
0-0 with Spurs.
And Jed Spence draws a free kick, draws the foul from Calafiori, and it's a free kick from Tottenham half inside their own half, and they're in no hurry, Tottenham, quite happy to break up the play.
This is where
Hello to 12
Vicario
watching,
and they're
thank
getting
you
up
for
the
tuning
pitch,
in.
and that's what's been the
Hit
story
that
of
like
the-
button if you
they're
can,
just
hit
trying
the
to break
thumbs
it
up, it just
make it
helps the
horrible. As Jules said
YouTube's
earlier,
algorithm.
you ask Tottenham will come with a 0-0. They'll take their time on the free kicks, throw-ins, and just trying to break up Arsenal's flow. And I suppose if you've got players that are not as good as what Arsenal have, that's how you got to do and be disruptive, John.
Michael Oliver just taking a moment there to talk to Christian Romero, the Tottenham captain, about, who knows, maybe getting a move on, and then Vicario hits this.
Well, you see, Arsenal must think Christmas has come early. With Liverpool losing, Man City losing.
You're at Tottenham and you're just kicking a ball out of play and giving it back to Arsenal. It's not
Can't
nowhere
they
near
take
good enough, and
advantage?
it's not
That's the
first
thing.
time I've seen Vicario
Can Arsenal
do
take
that.
advantage and stretch the
Arsenal
lead at the top of
in
the
the
table?
ascendancy, but still 0-0. Calafiori now pouring forward with the ball, and then Trossard, lovely turn from him. They enjoyed that on the far side of the field to take it away from Palhinha. Comes back to the halfway line. Now Timber on the right, just in front of where Thomas Frank is standing with his notebook in his left hand. Then back again, it goes to
Oh, it's a
Saliba.
Sunday evening, all right.
Zubamendi turns, passes it to Timber, just down in front of us on the Arsenal right. Then back to Zubamendi again, and as they go back into their own half, I
Spurs
think we can head
manager's
back
gone
to Twickenham and
crackers
Chris
down on the
Jones.
touchline there.
Well, England think they've scored their third try. England 22, Argentina 3, kick to come. But they're just checking Luke Cowan-Dickey's grounding from the rolling maul. The TMO's got involved to question it. If it is given, England will have a handsome lead. Very tight one, this, whether he's lost control or not. Largely flat first half, John, but England have taken their chances. A Jomo try, Feo-Bosa try, and maybe a Cowan-Dickey try right on the half-time whistle. 22-3, but they're checking the score.
Thank you very much indeed.
We'll be back to Chris as Danso wins a goal kick for Tottenham, playing the ball off Rice, and it bounces through. And Michael Oliver, yes, is very clearly here giving the signal to Tottenham that he wants them to get on with this, and the Arsenal fans are onto it as well. They do take the short goal kick.
So 15 votes.
The
say 100% Arsenal will win today.
Is over. Kenny Crawford, and a significant result.
Very much so. Full-time Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0, the Scottish Premiership leaders.
Hearts are throwing the league, leading the way, aren't they? They're going to bottle it.
John, it means Hearts' advantage at the top stays at 4 points, and second place Celtic have a game.
I'd love to see a different team winning the Scottish Premier League. Looks like they're throwing it away, Hearts.
Stay 8th, but will be mightily encouraged. Full-time Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0.
Yes, I remember being on the same flight as Topi Keskinen last season when we were on the way
Harry
back.
Trenholm, are you alright, mate? How are you doing?
0-0 here. Saka bringing the ball forward and then goes back to Saliba.
Good to see you, mate. Terrari and Lafay not effective wingers thus far this season. And 5 at the back may be wrong call yesterday, but hey, I'm not manager, just my opinion. Oh, there's loads of people saying the same thing. Just too defensive, which gives us nothing up front. We're just no threat when we play like that. And there was no need to play like that against Fulham.
England 17, Argentina 3 at half-time.
No need at all.
Still in possession in the central third the whole time.
We were just stifled. I mean, even our midfield, we were just stifled. Xhaka was just non-existent yesterday. Like I say, Fulham weren't world beaters.
Bringing it forward, he actually ran into Kudus, his own teammate. Tottenham, though, able to keep possession.
A lot of fans are saying, drop Isidore and start Brobbery.
And then Kudus infield and Udogie as
well. We're not managers, but everybody was screaming out yesterday though that the formation was all wrong.
So far and no further, snuffed out by Arsenal.
See, when we played like Arsenal and Chelsea and that, we had flow, we had rhythm when we were moving the ball. We just looked so cramped yesterday. We just didn't have any room at all.
Yeah, but Arsenal are so strong here on their home turf this season. Still 0-0 though. Trossard stabs it forward.
It was frustrating yesterday. It was a frustrating defeat.
The area of Calafiori comes back out of the box. Rice, right-footed. He'll curl it in, but that's headed away by Van der Ven. Comes out. Timber hits the shot on the edge of the area. Actually bounced straight into Odegaard, and Timber is able to hold off Richarlison.
Like I say, transfer window January, we need to strengthen.
Mendy's ball forward, comes back to him, headed for Timber into the area, but
especially up front.
Van der Ven got himself goal side, and Vicario is able to come out and collect the ball.
I didn't think we still haven't got that natural dangerous striker. Yeah, he's a dog and score, but he can's missing too many times.
Yeah, Van der Ven's so strong he can hold off Timber. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0.
Like it, John.
Probably worth pointing out, that Arsenal have conceded how many goals here this season in all competitions? One. Yeah. Erling Haaland, no less.
There's a shot.
Yes.
From the best.
On the 21st.
Just hope Sunderland didn't get in a rut and we start, if we lose against Bournemouth, and then we've got like...
Is it the 22nd or the 23rd? 23rd of November.
Yeah. Liverpool, Man City, then Newcastle. You can quickly fall in a rut, and you can quickly turn round. The bottom of the table's catching up with you.
And then Richarlison gets back to his feet after.
Yes, it's alright saying let's get carried away. Well, it is, of course it is.
And then goes down again.
Harry says Craven Cottage is a small ground, quite intimidating. Maybe we prefer bigger grounds.
Is trotting over to take.
I think you're right, Harry, because it's the same at Burnley, an intimidating ground where we're very poor there. It's like we just don't seem up for it, do we, when we go to these smaller grounds?
Next to Danso. I mean, they are within touching distance.
I mean, we lost 2-0 against Man U, but especially second half, we put more of a fight up, and we had quite a few chances.
Danso's got a clear line here, although there's lots of pushing and shoving. Up comes Danso to take the long throw for Tottenham into the near post, rattles around on the edge of the box, and the whistle's gone from Michael Oliver. What did he spot there, Clinton?
Listen, there was about 10 bodies in front of us, John, and fans standing up. So
if you watch my preview video,
but I'm going to say it was a shove on the
Saturday morning,
of a player.
I predicted Sunderland would lose because I just had that funny feeling.
Of course you could have.
a smaller ground. It's
Arsenal
intimidating.
Tottenham 0.
Just after the
And for
international
all of
break,
the-
I just
the
thought
effort,
it's a horrible fixture
and
that to
there has
open the
been
accounts
big effort,
after the international
really,
break.
I think just the one
I
clear
wasn't
chance,
confident.
isn't it, so far?
And it turned out I
good
was right.
chance it was.
I said
Declan
3-0
Rice.
mine Fulham, so I was wrong that way. But
And the best move of the match, actually, as well. But Tottenham
he
kept
actually
it out.
says
So goalless.
it's going to be a
With
scrappy
half an
affair.
hour played.
Fulham
There will be a 6:06
will
tonight
stifle
to
Sunderland,
talk
and they
about
did.
that.
But mind you, I
Leeds
thought the
United
referee
supporters
was
as well
terrible.
after their
He
home
didn't give
defeat to Aston
Sunderland
Villa.
anything.
Saka, excellent play, slipped it past Van der Ven, and then Bentancur came in and eased him over. And that is the first yellow card. He had to give it for that, Michael.
He had to
I
give
mean,
it,
I've yet
and
to see,
Bentancur
but
had
apparently
to-
it was a
had to
foul
bring him down.
leading
It's
up
a good-
to
When you're playing in a team and you say
their
it's a
goal,
good foul to
but
commit, it is
I'll
a
have
good
to
foul
watch
to
it
commit
back.
because Saka's in on goal. He puts it through Van der Ven's legs like he's
But
not
yeah, it was
there.
disappointing
It's a good
because
foul. It's a good foul
we
to
just
see
offered
from Bentancur.
nothing, mate.
Yeah, and Bukayo Saka, I mean, he's been very good in this match so far. 3 goals in his last
Like I say,
4
I am still
appearances
concerned about our
for Arsenal.
attacking line.
Also scored in the international window again, as he did last month. Got one of the goals against Albania. And this challenge against Van der Ven or Udogie or whoever it happens to be, well, Saka won the free kick, and it is going to be taken from the right by Saka himself.
Thanks for the thumbs up,
left-footed.
cheese.
So an in-dipper this. 4 Arsenal players gathered beyond the far side of the 6-yard box. Timber is there as well, near the penalty spot. Saka gives a signal, little steps. Saka plays it in. Vicario had to dive to his right. He had a good sight on it, actually, even though it dipped over the heads of all of those players. Vicario diving to his right was able to push it away wide.
Yeah, it was a good
I think the
save
Stadium
from
Light's
Vicario,
going to be
really
our
good
rock
save.
this
Great ball
season.
in the
Like,
box from Saka. It was a
keep
cross-come
picking up
shot.
points there.
He done well, Vicario. He had
whatever
to
you
come
pick
through
away
body.
from home, a point, whatever, is a
That does
massive
make me
bonus.
think that previously, when he had the free kick, he was going for goal then
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But didn't get that one right. He did get this one right, but it was well kept out by Vicario, who makes his second save. That was a tricky one, you know, for a goalkeeper, coming over all of those heads.
That was, yeah, you're right. It was difficult. He had to be brave as well, John, and he was brave. And it was a good punch from
Good
Vicario
save
as
that.
well.
Still Arsenal
4 games
0,
up and
Tottenham
2.
0. This is the sound of the
Up
North
to and
London
include the
derby
Newcastle game.
on
Man
5
City just
Live
before.
and the World
Let's pray we
Service.
get our
Long
team
throw
balance
for
right for
Arsenal.
that one. We
Now
have to.
Calafiori, that's quite flat. Richarlison gets up there.
Hello,
ahead
Colin
of it.
Major, Sonny,
Comes out
all right?
Eza. He takes it down, still a crowded penalty area with all of those bodies in there.
Harry, did
It
you
goes
see
back and
Man
then
City
wide and then
yesterday?
into Trossard. Trossard hooks it over his own head. Marino stretching, came off a Tottenham head.
The
and
sitters they
then
were missing,
Vicario
especially
scampering
Foden.
out to the
The
edge of
cross
the
came in
6-yard
for
box, is
Foden.
able
It was
to
harder to miss
catch that
than it was to
yellow
score.
ball.
He puts it
Yeah,
a
good
foot
play
wide.
from
It was just like the
Trossard, but
tap in.
Mickey
That's
Van
all you
der
had to
Ven
do.
to compete with Marino. You know he's good in the air and he gets the first contact.
Man City, they were
Arsenal
just all over
win
the
it back
place.
from
They just
Tottenham again.
could not get going at all.
Played out from the back.
Colin
Lose
says you say
possession, Udogie
intimidating,
steps
but
in,
all
and
you
it comes
could
off
hear was our fans yesterday.
the
Cabby,
Tottenham
yeah, you
defender
could, you could.
and out of play for an Arsenal throw that Timber will come forward to take.
But I know what Harry means, though.
Uh,
It's when you cut to them smaller ground sort of
actually
thing.
turns to his left. and
They just
throws
don't
it back
seem to be up for it mentally.
Saliba.
I don't know. It's weird.
And now Saliba receives it from Hincapié. Then goes back
So
into the
highlights,
centre
yeah,
circle.
some bad misses.
Thomas Frank has just spotted
And
something
we can't
there
ease it
and
up.
comes
Well, I know that,
forward
absolutely.
urgently to the edge of the coaching area. Seemed to be motioning towards the central defenders, Van der Ven, Romero, or maybe Polina or Bentancur in front of them. It's quite a... I mean, as we look at it now, it is...
It was
it's
proper
very
chalk and
much,
cheese for
two
Arsenal,
banks
for
of
Arsenal,
defenders.
Sunderland, and
And
then
then
when we played Fulham. it was-
Kudus and Richarlison further forward.
Yeah, they isolated Kudus and Richarlison because now
Weird.
Odegaard's made it. They're like it. They're literally into a back 8 at the minute.
Some people say the international
Arsenal
breaks
with
don't
the ball in
help,
the
but I
central
mean,
third.
all
So
the
as
other
I think
teams, it
many
affects them as
expected,
well.
It's not been
But
an
we did
North
seem to
London
have a
derby
bit of
that
momentum,
has been
didn't we,
littered
before the
with
international
chances.
break.
And probably, and this is offering myself up as a hostage to fortune,
Hello
not
to
one
16
that is
watching.
going to
Hit
be
the thumbs
packed
up,
with
thank you,
goals
if you
either.
are
Saka
new.
playing
Top.
it in field to Timber, who's still up there and available centrally. It's Marino who's dropped outside the box, then plays it in. Trossard takes it down, turns and shoots.
Oh!
Arsenal score. Defenders back in there, but Trossard's footwork was too good, and Arsenal are in front in the derby. Breakthrough.
Wow.
Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0.
And it's only what they deserve. Tottenham have been nowhere near it. You can't sit
Yeah,
back for
Tottenham
the whole
have really
half and
been
not try
poor
to get out and think you
the
can
last
defend
15
against
minutes or
this Arsenal
so.
team who are the best at the moment. It's a great little pass from Marino. He just thinks it over, and you think that You think Trossard has a bad touch, but he just adjusts his body and left foot strokes it into the bottom corner. Fantastic goal from Arsenal. Poor defending again from Tottenham.
Leandro Trossard, and significant in that move was the dropping deep of Marino.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, and that's what you want when your centre forward.
Thanks for the
drops
subscriber.
like that,
Cheers.
You want runners
Trossard's
in behind.
some good player,
And we were
isn't he?
talking about Trossard. Madueke can come back. He ain't coming back in for Trossard.
Yeah, I
Trossard's
think
been
you're right, Harry. I think
outstanding.
Isidore,
He had to do a
can be a bit lazy at times. It's like,
breaking through beyond the defence.
but that's not
Brought it
good
down
enough.
with the outside of his right
Not in the
foot.
Premier
And
League.
as he turned and eventually shot left-footed,
You know
it
what,
hit
John?
Van der Ven.
That's what I think he saves
The
it.
captain
for
Finch, how
Carvalho.
you
It's the
doing, mate?
deflection
Yep,
of
something was
Mickey
off
Van der Ven.
after the
So he
international
gets
break. It
fortunate,
was
but
an all.
He deserves that fortune
By
because
Trossard
of the
quality,
run and the
innit?
touch from Trossard. It's a brilliant, well-worked goal, but what a pass from Marino.
Yeah. And actually, you know, in the match so far,
But that's what you want. We
we've
need
not
that
really
type of
seen
striker
too
who
much of
just
that, of
needs that
Marino dropping
little bit
deep
of space,
outside of the
knows
penalty
where the
area.
ball is,
But they chose their
anticipates
moment
what
there,
could be happening to
and
be
it
there at the
worked
right
an
place at the right
absolute
time.
treat. And in a match in which there might not be too many goals, that could be highly significant. Calafiori now gets his cross all wrong.
Because all I
They
hear
rather
when we
snatched
do
at that, and
lose
there were
or
men in the
our
middle,
strikers
three
on
of them in the
firing
penalty
is
area, but
our service
from the
was
left,
poor. They had no
off his left
service.
foot,
Well,
straight
sort it out
for a
then.
goal kick.
Yeah, listen, there might be more goals, but that only look like they're going to go to
But it's
Arsenal.
not just
But
about
Thomas
giving the
Frank,
striker
you're five at the
service.
back,
The
it
striker
hasn't
has to
worked.
also
You've got to
look
now
for
try
it
to get
to
up the
create
pitch.
the
I know it's
chances.
still in the first half, but
The right
if I'm at
position.
half-time, I'm trying to
Like
make a few
Isidore
changes
Ganson
because
hides
they
under a
can't
rock
get
for
out the
so
pitch,
many
they can't
games.
get out of their half.
The ball's not played to
And
his
it is
feet, you know.
Trossard again, whose name is being sung here. And I'm not sure you'd necessarily have been expecting that at the start of the season, thinking about who might be in the Arsenal starting lineup with Madueke having arrived. Martinelli, obviously.
It's just disappointed Captain
Trossard,
Finch
they
for us
gave him a
because
new contract, didn't they, at this early on this season?
how
And
little
that's
we
his
offered there.
fifth goal.
Fulham only
of
scored the one.
campaign. Scored at
See, they weren't
Sunderland
well
before the
beaters.
window. So 2-2 for him, and that was a super goal as well. But this one, a very different sort of goal, needing the touch and the balance and that finish, and it also needed the deflection of Van der Ven that took it wide of the dive of Vicario. So
Colin, put it down to a bad day in
1-0
the office.
the
We will
leaders
bounce back
in
next
front,
week, Cabby. I
and
also
Tottenham
think some of them
facing
didn't want
prospect
to
of
commit
the
in
first
fear of getting
away
injured for the
league
African
defeat
nations.
of the season. Still
Yeah,
a
that
long way
word,
to go in the
African
match,
nations.
but Arsenal have been the dominant team. They've been the
We're just
the side
fortunate
has
that the bottom
dominated
three are
possession.
lost as well,
Tottenham rarely out of their own half.
because
Raya has
them's the
been
three we
a
need to keep an
virtual
eye on.
spectator in
The
yellow
bottom
away on
three.
the lower left. And now
Especially with
Arsenal are
Forest and
looking
West
to
Ham
try and
picking
press
points
home
up.
this advantage. Tottenham winning a free kick for the foul on Kudus down in his own right back position.
John, there's a big gap between both of the teams in class and everything, running stats.
It looks
Arsenal
rosy
way
for Sunderland, it
above
does,
Tottenham.
but with the
Tottenham's
turn
only
of a
chance
hat,
is trying to
flick of a hat,
score through a set piece.
it can also turn sour and bitter just like that. We've got to
So
be
with this
focused.
scoreline, were the match to finish this way, Arsenal would have a 6-point lead over Chelsea ahead of their meeting at Stamford Bridge next weekend, as Saka is fouled by Udogie halfway inside his
Thanks
own
to
half.
Liverpool and
And
Man
it's a free
City
kick
losing.
for Mikel Arteta's side. A buoyant Emirates Stadium. They're on their feet. There's a chap just
Boy,
out
it's
left in
quiet
a sort
as
of
hell, innit,
Eagles
compared to
style
Stadium Light.
flyer jacket, who's got his phone up, taking
God, if this was 1-0 against
pictures of
Newcastle,
his fellow fans to
Sunderland,
his
Newcastle, you wouldn't be able to hear
left.
yourselves
Buoyant
speak.
atmosphere inside the ground. They're in a strong position, but Clinton, it is only November.
It is November, but they look strong.
They
And
do.
They do look very strong, and other teams in and around it are losing football.
I said, don't know if you
matches
watched
as
the
well.
Leeds Villa
Not
game
really
before, but I
putting the
thought
pressure on Arsenal, so
Leeds were very
they can
good.
only do beat what's in front of
Villa
them.
was
and at the
shoddy.
moment they're
Last
doing
10
that
minutes
well,
they
John.
panicked. They
Yep,
couldn't
chasing
string a pass
success
together.
on all fronts.
They were
So if that
hanging on. They
continues,
were
they'll need
hanging
this
on.
squad as the ball is touched forward by Marino.
And of course,
Romero
Leeds got a
comes
goal
in, is
disallowed
able to
for
clear it to
handball, but it was
Tottenham, comes back
handball,
to
mate.
Arsenal. Now
It
here
was
is
handball.
the goal scorer, the man on the front of the programme today,
Calvin.
Trossard. Timber joins in. Timber's cross, that's headed away by
Calvin.
Danzo. Comes back to Eza on the edge of the box, trying to find a position. Oh, he scored! Brilliant!
Wow, wow, wow.
Brilliant touch from Eza. No shot driven past Vicario.
That's a lovely sneaky
And
goal. That's
Arsenal
cheeky, that, like.
double their lead. That is just what the Emirates wanted. 2 goals in
That is
time.
naughty.
And the leaders 2-0 up on Tottenham.
Hey, I've said it, John. He's too good. You know what? It makes me laugh. The goal from Eze is fantastic.
That is
Once
naughty.
it comes into him, fans are thinking, oh, he's too slow. But the way he manoeuvres the ball with the quick feet and then drills it into that bottom corner. I always said I was unhappy when he left Palace, but he's going to a team he supports, and he could be the difference maker. And it's a fantastic finish right into that bottom corner. And people have the cheek to say he won't be in that World Cup squad. Don't make me laugh, John. He's an outstanding talent. What a goal from Eze. Unbelievable finish.
And what a moment for him. As you say, he was an Arsenal fan growing up, idolised Ian Wright.
Well, is that game over for Spurs? You would think it would be now, wouldn't you?
Was rejected by Arsenal and eventually made his way back here, and in his first North London derby, although VAR are looking at
VAR are checking it.
There's
they want
a foul.
Offside.
Oh, they want offside. Okay.
That didn't look offside to me, that man.
So this goal, oh no, it's been given.
Yeah, it's been given.
He's got his goal and he punches the air as a.
They don't understand VAR. 1 minute, we're going to have a look at this for offside or to goal.
Scores against Tottenham.
There was someone in the keeper's view, in Vicario's view. That's why they were checking.
After one defeat, I'm looking for the 3 teams worst of us. Yeah, that's what I am.
He got a hand to it, John.
You've got to, because we are still favourites to go down. The top 3 that, well, yeah, the 3 that got promoted last season are the favourites to go down this season.
Might be. This is, well, I have to say, it is stretching belief actually to think that Tottenham could come back from this. Mind you, the last time they did win here, Tottenham came from 2-0
Like Davey will be saying, we'll be alright, man, cabby. Oh, I'll be tearing strips of skin off me, man.
As well, that is the only time in their last 32 away matches against Arsenal.
Get a decent striker in, someone who's dangerous in January, and I think we will be alright.
I look out here and I'm only looking at Kudos is the one who can get them back into this game.
Can't rely on Eze though.
So that is well, that is the best moment in Eberechi Eze's Arsenal life so far. 2-0 Arsenal lead, and now the Emirates is absolutely jumping, apart from that corner down where the ball is right now, where Tottenham are able to win themselves a throw. A 2-0 down with a minute and a half to go to half-time.
John, he needed something like that. I thought he's done okay at Arsenal, and everyone was saying he's done okay. Can he rediscover that form he was showing at Palace? Sometimes when you go to a big club, it does take you time, but scoring like that, it's a fantastic goal. And I remember the goal he scored against Palace here as well. But that's brilliant. The quick feet that he showed, that's what he's all about.
Yeah, but that one was against Palace.
Yes, it was.
So,
yeah,
you know, he wasn't able to go to town.
Yeah.
And his first one was in the League Cup against
Port
Vale. So this is a different matter. And as you said, Clinton, you know, he's shown his worth to England and to Thomas Tuchel as well, scoring in the World Cup qualifier against Serbia at Wembley earlier this month, and also making himself a presence on the left-hand side for England, even though it's not his Arsenal role.
No, you have to find a way for him in that England squad, because he delivers, and he has been delivering. It'll be interesting when Odegaard come back, what happens there, John, because it's his to lose at the moment. He's been very good.
Yes, that is a very good question. But as I say, with Arsenal
what was it last half?
Success,
absolutely, was it?
They are going to need all of their squad. Marino putting in a tackle. There's the board.
It's mad though, Colin, that his voice gets broadcast around the stadium.
Scoring 2 goals in 6 minutes, I think it was. 2 goals in 6 minutes. That's knocked the stuffing out of Tottenham. And now it is a valid question. 3 central defenders.
You don't need it, John. You don't need it now.
So what's he going to do?
You need to gamble. You need to bring on more attacking players.
Now Timber and Udogie are having a wrestling match off the ball.
71% possession.
Challenge for it together.
Arsenal.
And Timber was trying to get up from underneath Udogie, so
that's how dominating
wrestled with him.
Arsenal are.
Michael Oliver's going to just speak to them, I think. Don't think it'll be any more than that. It's a bit of nonsense, really.
Yeah, it is nonsense. You described it brilliantly, John.
So Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. Half-time we'll hear more on Leeds Aston Villa. As I say, I suspect we'll hear from Daniel Farker at the break. We've already heard from Morgan Rogers. More on Aberdeen's win over Hearts, or Hearts' first league defeat of the season. Very good win earlier. Sheffield United winning 3-0 in the derby against Sheffield Wednesday. A couple of goals from Tyrese Campbell. And England with a good advantage at Twickenham at the moment. against Argentina will be back there as well for the latest on that. 6:06 to come to talk about it all. But free kick for Tottenham, and he has got a real conundrum now.
Wow,
Thomas Frank, and Vicario hits that downfield, hits it. It's deflected away downfield by Zubamendi, and Vicario actually has to trot back into his penalty area.
His kicking's terrible today, terrible. He kicked it out.
Man City should have won.
That's what you work
They
on
were
in
awful.
training, and you want to
Finchy,
be dangerous on your
they were
set
terrible.
pieces. Your delivery has to be a lot better than that.
That might actually have counted in the statistics as a
As a
shot.
shot.
On goal.
Yeah, it was on target, wasn't it?
That'll help the XG. Long ball downfield from Vicario, and that's over the top of Richarlison, who was eased over by Saliba.
Just handing the title to Arsenal, really, aren't they?
Very tough afternoon. This could get out of hand, John. It could be 3 or 4. He needs to. It easily could be.
Man
3 or
United
4. It
must
depends
play
if
tomorrow,
what
do they?
Arsenal wanna do,
Who
if
do
wanna
they
turn
play?
it on in the
I
second
forgot to
half.
see the fixtures.
Do you think I should change my assessment that there might
Who's
not
got
be many
played?
goals?
Yeah, change that. Just change that.
Raya, high ball downfield from him.
Haven't played.
Van der Ven is then fouled by Marino, and that's a free kick to Tottenham, halfway inside their own half. Well, so we're looking at the possibility that it might actually become a damage limitation exercise.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Listen, Tottenham need to get the next goal in this game. If they don't, it goes 3. It could go 4 or 5. With the quality Arsenal have on the pitch and on the bench as well.
Yeah, and you know, after the questions were asked, probably ridiculously, weren't they? After the 2-2 draw at a very good Sunderland. You know, about
think it's Everton, eh?
Arsenal.
No, but why would they ask questions? Stadium and Light is one of the hardest places to go, John.
And there's the half-time whistle at the Emirates,
Half time.
and the home supporters are clapping their hands vigorously. Choruses of Arsenal, Arsenal. Flags are being raised, scarves are being twirled, and that, for Arsenal, leaders of the Premier League, for Mikel Arteta against Tottenham, well, that was an excellent first half for them.
No, it was brilliant. I think Arsenal came out of the trap.
Oh,
They
it's
were on the
Everton, is
front
it?
foot. They pressed Tottenham and they give Tottenham
Man
no
U will
chance
be at
to
home,
play.
are they?
And that's how they've been all season. Everyone's talking about the last time out against Sunderland. It's a hard place to go, Stadium and Life. Arsenal have been outstanding, and in particular here at the Emirates in this first 45 minutes.
Yeah, and the last man to leave the field, yeah, it is. It's going to be Abarachi Eza, who's probably running that moment through his mind.
So there we go. That's the half time. Arsenal well in control, mind. Well in control. Oh, dear me. That was a quick half. That went quick. Half time. Oh, Man U at home, eh? You expect Man U to win, to beat that? To beat Everton? Sort of kind of like, they're on form, aren't they, Man U? Oh, me. Matteo Guendouzi worth 26 million. Guendouzi, that's how you pronounce it, I think. I was talking to Arsenal fans about this, and they said he was a liability, eh? Maybe Lebris can get the best out of him. Yeah, you've got to sort of take notice how it was at the last club, isn't it? It's how they do it yours that matters. Like you say, it's just we need to strengthen our forward, our attacking options. We have got people who can put the ball in the net, but it's just we're lacking. We're lacking up front. Half time. Women's League Cup, Sunderland 1, Durham 1. Sunderland win 4-3 on pens. Well done, the lasses. John Brian Wallace, hello mate. Watching you in Tenerife yesterday and today. Oh, good to see you, mate. You all right? How's the weather in Tenerife? Nice and sunny? Just half time at the minute. The current bottom three to go down. Sunderland just need to keep picking up results here and there. Look, Finch, we're not going to win every game. We're not, mate. But it just gets dangerous if Leeds and Burnley and Wolves start a good run of form. That's when the pressure really gets put on. I mean, we thought West Ham and Forest were going to be in trouble. They're pulling themselves out of it. And if the three teams do that now, I can't see Wolves doing it, mind. But Burnley and Leeds, I can still see them getting a few results. And that's when it gets squeaky bum time for Sunderland. That's when we can be in trouble, is when they start picking points up. $25 degrees today. Oh, very nice. SCFC, yeah, of course we're still learning. Try harder in the next game. Regis Lebrie's got to set us up right, though. He's got to set us up. Didn't be playing that formation we played against Fulham. Too defensive. Yeah, I still think 40 points is possibly going to be the safety mark. Like I say, because I think the bottom three aren't as bad as what they were the last two seasons. I do think Leeds and Burnley will get more points. took Saka's third goal. Leeds were okay today. Could go on a run. Leeds were, I thought, fantastic. Villa, like I say, they panicked. They could not get out of their half the last 10 minutes. They couldn't string a pass. Leeds destroyed them, literally. They were unlucky against a very good Aston Villa side as well.
Sure how many calls you had on Liverpool.
Implementing our game plan on threatening when we created and the possession that we had.
Chris Wilder with BBC Radio Sheffield's Andy Giddings. Hearts unable.
Cheers, mate, cheers. SCFC can't play on that black top. I hate that black top. Don't like it. Never have done. Not a fan at all. It's dull, boring. Just doesn't suit us. Doesn't suit our play. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Now, so 6:06 follows the second half here at the Emirates. Tottenham have been set up not only out on the pitch but in formation for a good 30 or 40 seconds. The Arsenal players have just rejoined them. Looks like they've got a huddle coming, and at the moment they're on course to go 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. Second half here then with Clinton Morrison and correspondent John Murray.
Thank you, Steve. And one of Steve's questions at half-time, Clinton, was surely...
Get the music out the road. Grindon 100, you alright, mate? How's things with you, mate? On a night out, it looks class. Oh, I like the top to wear, but I just didn't like seeing us playing in it. I think it would have been better if we had gold chevrons and a gold sponsor. I just think it's a bit daft having a slightly different shade of black when you've got a black strip. It just blends in too much.
And Calafiori at left back, in midfield Zubimendi and Rice, then Saka, Eza, Trossard and Marino. And those 2 Arsenal goals in the space of 5 minutes towards the end of the first half, from first Trossard and then Eza. So we've seen that change from Thomas Frank at half-time, with Arsenal leading by 2-0, and worth it as well. Deservedly leading by a couple of goals, and it's out of play for a throw into Arsenal on the far side. So Tottenham with Vicario in goal. Now a back 4 of Spence, Romero, Van de Ven and
got it all to do now, Spurs,
and then
haven't
in the midfield, Palhinha, Bentancur and Simons coming on. Kudus, Odobert and Richarlison. Arsenal coming for Eza with another chance. Eza shoots and scores! It's a second for him. It's a third for Arsenal. What a day for Barrechi Eza, right at the start of the second half. The man who was released by Arsenal.
No, I'm not a fan of the cat on it either.
Had to make his career elsewhere before coming back here to the Emirates. And now 2 goals in his first North London derby.
3 now. Good night Vienna for Spurs, isn't it?
And surely on the way to victory and strengthening their position at the top of the table.
I told you this could get out of hand. I did tell you that, John, and they've made the changes.
And you know, it shows you
Tottenham are
something.
not good enough to compete with
Superb
a team
against
like
Arsenal.
And that's where they are.
The better side for long periods.
Way behind Arsenal at the minute, but brilliant play from Timber. Timber plays it into Eze, and once you give someone like that the space or time that he's had there, it's poor from Paulinho.
And we kept Arsenal out for so long, and we got a good point, and yet we were terrible against Fulham. It just winds me up. Oh, Paul Graham, you alright, mate?
Just inside the penalty area on his left foot.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does that, but it's weird, isn't it? It just sort of changes people's names and stuff.
He was unmarked, really, in the D on the edge of the area.
That goal's better than the first goal, John. I can't tell you how difficult it is on his weaker left foot. The way he controls it past Vicario into the bottom corner. Fantastic finish.
Beautiful finish. So it's 3-0 now in the North London derby. The ball at the other end, but it's walloped away, right-footed by Saliba, who lands it near the halfway line. People still coming back to their seats. That goal scored just into the 2nd minute. Now, Mikel Arteta was telling us on Friday that he's asked the stadium here to turn off the televisions in the concourses at half-time to encourage people to come back into their seats.
Well, look how many of these fans are still coming in. They wanted to go and get their pies instead of watching football, John, and their drinks and their hot drinks.
3-star Reds, hello, mate. Even Cabby after yesterday's result at Anfield, it's fair play to say I've not stopped partying yet. Get carried away, mate. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
No, either, because they've turned it off.
So they're actually now having to, I can see them, they're actually asking their fellow supporters What happened? How did he score it?
They're asking me.
Asking you.
I can't.
I think that's amazing result for Forest, that mind. Huge. 6-0 calling it now, you're saying?
Arsenal attacking with Merino. Saka. Oh, right-footed and left-footed cross all the way across to Trossard. Trossard against Spence, who just got a touch on that, and Vicario's able to come out along the dead ball line and claim it. And Spence there just got that. Otherwise, Trossard.
Thanks for the 10 likes. Anybody who's in the channel, just hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Every click helps. Thanks for 111 likes now. Thank you.
We did say in the second half, would they take their foot off the pedal? No way. They want to humiliate Tottenham, and at the moment, they're destroying them.
Arsenal 3.
It's just mad how good Sunderland were against Arsenal.
The World Service from the BBC. Right now on Sports
Stephen Martin here, mate. How are you doing? Hi, Cabby. Just checking in now. How is the game today?
Against Argentina.
Arsenal are destroying Spurs, mate. They're destroying them.
And Chris Jones can join
They've got no one to bring on. No, they haven't.
Well, from 17-0 down, Argentina have made it a one-point ball game, John. England 17, Argentina 16. Carreras has kicked a penalty. The Pumas dominating this third quarter, and the Twickenham crowd getting a bit frustrated, although that scrum penalty for England should mean they can get back into Puma territory. But England have to try and pull away now in this final quarter to preserve their unbeaten autumn. England 17, Argentina 16, 19 to go.
And just as Chris was saying that, there was an Argentine on the ball here at the Emirates in the shape of the Tottenham captain, Christian Romero. But he and his Tottenham players, well, they're having a sorry day. They're being torn apart, really, by Arsenal. 3-0 the scoreline.
They're just going to say thank you very much, Arsenal, like to say, for Liverpool.
Won by 3 goals.
Man City losing.
Was back in 2012.
Can Man U close the...
Of course, there's still plenty of time left in this
well,
match.
Keep the pressure on, should I say.
It's looking more like it could get worse for Tottenham than their situation improves. Arsenal win it back inside their own half. Saka is then bundled over. Referee Oliver waves the advantage. Zubimendi plays it forward. Now Rice to Trossard in the box on the left-hand side. Trossard with a cross. Oh, crucial touch in the middle from Romero.
Every time they gone forward, they just look like they're going to score, don't they?
Arsenal still coming though. Ball into the box. That's headed away by Romero. Then Zubimendi, they want him to shoot, which he did, but he was charged down. And then the offside flag actually in the end goes up, and Tottenham escape this time.
Yeah, they lose the ball again. João Paulinho not quick enough in midfield, and Saka breaks. Rice is a great ball to Trossard, and Trossard's ball in. It looked like Eze was going to get his hat trick, but it's well defended from Christian.
Looking forward to the Let's Get Carried Away show tomorrow. There's going to be a lot to chew over. Anyone watching the Milan derby? I might have a little look at it, mate.
Eze has doubled his Arsenal's goal total in one afternoon. He's gone from 2 to 4, and Arsenal winning by 3-0. And on 606 on 5 Live later with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton, 08085 909 693 to join the conversation. It's going to be jubilant Arsenal fans and sorry Tottenham supporters, because frankly it's very, very difficult to see the situation improving for Tottenham on this afternoon, and it is quite easy to think of Arsenal increasing their advantage here.
Stephen Martin, we were terrible, mate. We didn't offer a thing. That's to say what makes it worse. Fulham weren't really anything special. They didn't blitz us or blow us out of the water. You couldn't tell who was the newly promoted team yesterday. It's just we were too defensive. Offered absolutely nothing. We just made it easier from what it actually should have been for Fulham, to be honest with you.
That third goal right at the start of the second half. Arsenal coming again. Saka as Simons dives in with a challenge, fouls Timber it is, and it's a free kick to Arsenal on the right-hand side, on the right wing.
Yeah, at least he makes a tackle with Xavi Simons. He wants to come on and make an impression. I know it's a foul, but at least he's putting himself about. But you're right, John. There's still literally 40 minutes to go, and this could get out of hand. It can get out of hand for Tottenham.
So much for no Gabriel today.
Yeah, but they haven't tested him. So they haven't tested Arsenal's defensive line. So not having Gabriel, you need to be tested, don't you? And you haven't. It's been easy for Arsenal's defence.
Yeah, that might well be this time next week. Do join us for that on 5 Live in the World Service. Chelsea against Arsenal, but Arsenal here are right up The atmosphere is bouncing off the roof of the Emirates Stadium high above us. Declan Rice is going to take this free kick. Timber's okay, incidentally.
You had a feeling beforehand it would be a tricky game. Have a look at my preview video, mate. Have a look at my preview video. I don't know if you've seen it.
Got the right sort of contact. That would surely have
I couldn't have got it more right apart from the score, because I said 3-0 Fulham. But how I described the game and how it would go, I've virtually nailed it.
Kudus passes it forward for Odobert. Odobert is now running free with it, but Arsenal have got red shirts back. In come the challenges. Odobert goes down. That is giving us a free kick for the challenge by Zubamendi. But as much as anything, this Tottenham free kick is a chance for them to have a breather.
Yeah, and get in Arsenal's half. I think they've only been in there once in the second half, and it's just been Arsenal been so good. You look at Thomas Frank speaking to one of his assistants. He don't know what's hit him. Well, he has to know what's hit him. His team are absolutely getting destroyed by the best team in the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah, so much for Tottenham coming into this with the best away record in the Premier League this season. Arsenal are cutting it to shreds. Simons is going to take this free kick for Tottenham, but headed away on the edge of the Arsenal box. Now Kudus really just not being able to get into the game. Then Simons forward from him. Bentancur is able to take it down, but Marino's back in to win it back from Bentancur. Far too easy. Plays it up to Saka. Tottenham have got white shirts around Bukayo Saka, so he has to give it back into his own half.
I have a look at it, mate. You'll honestly, people might think, like, why am I being so defensive? But have a look. I just had this gut feeling. Come back from international break.
Fantastic work rate from the Arsenal players.
Yes, it was.
Horrible place to go, Fulham.
Stating a case,
3-star Reds, those early results in the season for you after yesterday for Sunderland will certainly help your cause. Mackems need to get back on winning.
Richarlison's going for goal.
Wow.
Oh, Tottenham pulled the goal back.
The other centre circle. 50 yards, he saw Raya out of his goal.
No way.
And perfectly lifted it over the Arsenal goalkeeper, strangling to get back. He couldn't get there, it dropped under the crossbar. That's a sensation from Richarlison, and it makes it Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1.
Wow, that is outstanding finish.
Goal from the halfway line, I'll have to see this.
But that's top draw. And you know what? Credit João Paulinho. I've just said about his legs in the midfield. He goes and presses Zubamendi, but the finish from Richarlison is absolutely world class. What a finish! Because he's doing it one of the best goalkeepers there around at the moment, and David Raya can't get back. Man. But what a finish that is from Richarlison. Is there a glimmer of hope, John?
Well, is there? I would say no. As Arsenal come forward, here's Trossard in the box. Might bounce for him. Saka's in there as well, but Bentancur's able to get back in and take it away. Very nearly opened up for Trossard to immediately make it 4-1. Instead, 3-1. And the atmosphere inside the Emirates from that Richarlison
wasn't from the halfway line, but it was a good
absolutely punctured
30 odd yards away.
The difference in noise all of a sudden is marked.
Well, listen, John,
Arsenal got caught in possession
because it makes a game of it, and it's exciting for every other
good goal, like
there, but
good
not
goal.
These Arsenal fans, but it's a great finish. The finish from, and that's where Raya starts. His positioning is always out and high up, but the finish from Richarlison is outstanding. The technique to go over Raya like that into that far corner, it's a fantastic finish. And
he was just forward of the centre circle, wasn't it? He picked up possession in the centre circle. He took it on. So we should be able to work out how far out that was, shouldn't we? Yeah. So it is 18 yards to the edge of the penalty area.
Your maths is better than mine, you do it.
And then it's a 1, 2, 3,
thanks for the thumbs up. Cheers.
24.
Producer George he's usually good at that.
24 plus 18.
24 plus 18 is 42 now.
42, so that's about 45 yards, I would say.
Good maths, John, good maths. Steve Crossman's agreeing with us, so it must be right.
Well, there we are. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. Richarlison scores from, well, let's say best part of 50 yards. And here he is now, Richarlison, who is tackled by Marino, and then Zubamendi under pressure from Paulinho. And he's given that as a free kick to Arsenal, which is being disputed by Paulinho.
Yeah, and I can see why, because I don't think he touches him. But if it's me now, Thomas Frank, I'm bringing on the youngster Burke via midfield and sacrificing.
Time for Mr. Bobby overhead free kick.
try at
I cannot imagine it, mate. I cannot imagine Spurs coming back from that goal. And that was a bit of a freak goal, that, like, you never know.
24-16. Max Ajoma, what a game he's having, only coming into the side late. His first start here at Twickenham. He scored a try. He set up 2, lovely offload. Henry Slade scoring, Ford converting. 10 to go, just over. England 24, Argentina 16. England nearing this unbeaten autumn.
And you will hear more and all of the reaction on 5 Live Sport or throughout the course of the evening and on the Rugby Union Daily as Calafiori misplaces a pass. Suddenly there's just a little bit of a wobble from Arsenal.
And Arteta's turned around to the fans and said he wants more. Like, he wants them more, because obviously fans are getting a bit disappointed. They're in cruise control, Arsenal, 5 minutes ago, but that's what happens. You can see the goal and Tottenham get confident.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, that atmosphere, which was up just underneath the roof of the stadium, suddenly went down to ankle level. So that is what Mikel Arteta wants. He wants the crowd to get back up again as Saliba steps in, just hoists the ball downfield for Trossard to take. Maybe time for a substitution or 2. Trossard, though, takes it on up against Spence, who defends that very well against the Arsenal man and sees it through for a goal kick. And now suddenly it's Tottenham showing a bit of urgency. Yeah. And Mikel Arteta now is displaying a little edginess, agitation.
Yeah, just frustration with his team, because he knows if Tottenham get the next goal, they'll be full of confidence. But still, Thomas Frank, you've got to look to your bench to make changes. I feel even though he scored the goal, there was an extraordinary bit of skill from Richarlison, and what a finish.
Yes, it was. So Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1 is the score. As the ball's played back by Polina to Vicario, who was in danger there for a moment against Declan Rice and has just got it away. Tackled Rice effectively, not tickled him, tackled him. Ball on the left-hand side. Odegaard with the cross into the penalty area, diving header.
You want to win next week, Cavi? I would do and need to pick me up, like.
On his first Premier League start, the Ecuadorian international. Now Simons again. Simons with his hair flowing free at the moment, still going into the penalty area, and then the tackle comes in from Saka, who immediately turned to Michael Oliver, who was well placed. He was going to appeal for a goal kick, but already Michael Oliver was in position, one leg bent, the other one stretched, pointing for a goal kick.
He was in a perfect position, Michael Oliver. He saw everything, but Simons has gave Tottenham a bit of something. You know, that creativity. At least he might have lost it there and not done well, but at least he's having a go.
Okay, 3-star red, mate. Enjoy your celebrations. Carry on, mate.
Talk to Robbie Savage.
Have a good weekend. What's left
on 606, the UK's most popular football phone-in. That's on 5 Live shortly after we wrap things up here. You'll be able to read about all today's football on the football pages of the BBC website and app as Spence loses out to Trossard. Oh, and then Spence dives in on the challenge on Zubimendi, but he took the ball, says Michael Oliver.
And he did win the ball, Spence. I think he took the man and the ball, but his first contact was with the ball.
Well, that was a super challenge, Ben, in that case. I have to say, spectators jumped up. I saw him diving in. I didn't actually see the point of contact. Kudus now running forward for Tottenham, but there's Eza. He's tackling back and he's fouled. And Richarlison gets involved. Arsenal players are trotting over to try and get the ball back from Richarlison, who stands up all innocent-like, and Hincapié.
We've got to have 2 up front, mate. It's as simple as that.
Well. And Richarlison walks
especially against the lesser teams, the likes of Fulham and stuff.
Eza, who's still lying on his
defensive?
Back, just checks to see if he's okay before eventually walking over to
he didn't play long enough, mate, to sort of
it will be.
Make an impact. I mean, plus the way we were set up, I don't think anybody really made an impact yesterday.
Arsenal was resolved without obviously Gabriel, because he's usually the leader. And who's
everybody
lead
was
them on that pitch? They do have other leaders.
Ineffective.
Lead them?
Everyone.
Just to restate as well, Richarlison becomes only the 2nd man to score against Arsenal here in this stadium this season. So it's an elite club of Erling Haaland and Richarlison. And certainly look out for that goal tonight. Match of the day is on tonight. Tottenham are going to make a change. Sarr is one of them as Arsenal win a throw-in halfway inside the Tottenham half down the left-hand side.
And Kolo Muani, I think, is the other one.
Kolo Muani. So has he got his mask on? Remember, he had that jaw injury after that.
Conditions were off, wasn't it?
Bending over, can't see.
Maybe he's putting it on.
And it didn't once stop Vienna from kick-off for full time.
Down the left-hand side.
Not once did it stop.
From Mikel Arteta, who's now been ticked off by the 4th official, Michael Salisbury. And and his staff are ushering him away, Mikel Arteta, from the fourth official, so he doesn't get himself.
Yeah, Stephen, we kept giving the ball away. We're just
free kick then.
We're just disjointed. We just could not string passes together or anything. Create any moves.
Arsenal 3-1 up. In it goes towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Vicario now plays in front. He can only push it away, and then Eza slips as he shoots. It comes to Saliba. Pack penalty area. Now the ball from Hincapie is driven across, but the offside flag is up. And that was an awkward one for Vicario. It just dropped over 2 or 3 players.
He had to watch it because it's such a good ball from Declan Rice, and he thought if there's anyone running across him, but he watches it at the last minute, and it was a good punch, because if you try and catch that, you could drop it.
Well, sure, he has got a mask on.
I don't think he has. No, he hasn't.
No. That was the suggestion, wasn't it? I mean, he's been quite fortunate, because the initial diagnosis was that he could be out for quite a while with a fractured jaw.
What am I watching here, by the way?
Tottenham playing the ball around at the back, passing it back to Vicario, who's under pressure from Marino, then back to the halfway line. Rice lifts it over the top, but that will bounce all the way through to Vicario. Oh no, he's putting his mask on now. He's now putting his mask on, Kolo Muani, to before he comes onto the field, leaving it to the very last moment. Back to Twickenham, Chris Jones.
England heading for an 11th straight win. They lead by 27 points to 16. George Ford's nailed another penalty. Not been a blistering performance from England, but more than good enough. And they're going to end this excellent 2025 with another win. England 27, Argentina 16, 5 minutes to go here.
Tottenham searching for a second goal, pouring forward. Simon's ball, though, into the box, was straight at Raya, who was able to collect it. But Tottenham now do carry more of a threat.
Yeah, they do. And when someone scores a goal like that, like Richarlison does, it gives you a big lift.
Well, especially Forest and West Ham.
Just to recap, if you've just joined us on 5 Live, or indeed the World Service, Arsenal were 3-0 up.
Wolves,
Trossard,
Burnley
Eza
and Leeds
scored
are
in the first
lost.
half, then Eza got a second.
If Leeds
and
Burnley were picking up points,
and Arsenal were absolutely.
You play Bobby up front and Wilson on the wing.
Buoyant Emirates
Wilson's
Stadium,
not an out-and-out striker, mate.
From over 40
He's not an
yards,
out-and-out striker.
Scored over a scrambling Raya, and since then it has been a slightly different match, and Arsenal now nowhere near as comfortable as they were for the first 56 minutes of the match. We're in the 66th minute now, and Tottenham in possession. This is probably the longest spell of possession they've had in the entire match.
They have. Who do you think the subs are, John? I'm going to go for Bentancur and Odegaard.
Odegaard, yes.
And Bentancur, I think he's on a yellow card, and Pape Sarr's coming on. So
that's a good shot. Yeah, it's always the clue, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It was very Hercule Poirot of you.
I could be wrong, John.
Out of play on the halfway line. I think you'll get these right. Here come the numbers, and Odegaard is the first number that goes up. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're looking for number 30 to go up. And sure enough, there it is. It's a Morrison double.
Exciting if Spurs do get another goal.
And Pape Sarr,
it would be exciting.
Number 29 comes on to replace him. He was a little bit of a doubt. Pape Sarr's actually started the last 4 matches for Tottenham, but he was substituted off here when Senegal played here against Brazil in that friendly match. So it was a little bit of a doubt.
I hope so, Steve, mate. I hope so.
And as you say, Randall Kolo Muani, but Arsenal coming forward. Marino lifts it forward. Saka through the middle, but defender was there. And
we just don't want to get stuck in a roof. It'd be very interesting if Spurs get a second. Yeah, I know. For neutral, I think it'll be good.
What he does, he gets his body and he shields it ever so well. You feel Saka was going to make it 4-1. It's really good defending from Ndogi.
And Kolo Muani is out on the left-hand side. And Richarlison is still through the middle. So Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. Jed Spence being forced back into his own half by Trossard. And what the neutrals now inside this ground, and there won't be many for a North London derby, are waiting to see is whether Tottenham could snatch a second goal and put a bit of pressure on Arsenal. Calafiori with a touch back to Raya. Clears to the halfway line.
Spurs, get another goal.
Just the 6th that Arsenal have conceded in the Premier League this season. And free kick for a pull on the shirt of Trossard, so it's a free kick almost on the halfway line. Thomas Frank steps forward. Now he is the the coach with the instructions for his team, but Arsenal with the free kick. And all of a sudden now it's Arsenal who are quite happy just to slow things down. And eventually Rice does drive this free kick high, diagonally away over to the far side. Udogie heads it away. Eza, 2-goal Eza. Back to Saliba, who hit that at pace, well controlled by Timber. And now Eza will move it in from the right-hand side. Turns, gives it back out to the right. And Timber is able to get a double touch, maybe a fortunate deflection there as it bounced back to him, plays it slightly behind Eza, middle of the Tottenham half, drags it back, but he's dispossessed, and now Tottenham will bring it forward with Palhinha. Just rolls it to Simons and says to Simons, come on, what will you do with it? Passes it forward into the area to Richarlison. Hincapié was able to see him out, then the cross dog comes in, but it's over everyone from Palhinha on the far side. And it bounces away harmlessly from an Arsenal point of view for a goal kick.
And that's been the story of Tottenham. They lack quality in the final third. The only quality we've seen was Richarlison finish. Other than that, not really tested Arsenal. I still feel Arsenal are comfortable, but you can see the crowd are a bit nervous, John, because they know if Tottenham get another one, then it will be nervous.
Quite excited regarding the transfer window. Yeah, I can't wait.
So,
Colin, Cabby, have you been watching Absentia on Netflix?
Already.
No, I've not.
So that has
is it good?
Many people wrong.
I know we fetched a lot of players in the summer, but how many players do you think we need in January, Cabby?
At the moment, Marino, who
we massively need firepower, mate. We need a really deadly experienced striker. Like someone with experience like Granit Xhaka, but a striker. Because there's too many games where he hasn't got the service, or they haven't got the service, that's why he's not scored, or too many games where Wilson needs a dog goes missing.
And then he stops it because he hears the crowd saying something, so Romero goes and protests with him.
Too much time when we have possession and not doing anything with it in the back of the net.
So was that definitely Romero, not Van de Ven?
No, it was Romero. He came running up to him and he showed Romero the yellow card. When he came up to him, he just showed him the yellow card.
Did you see the arm there? Did you see the challenge from
Mickey Van de Ven? But he didn't blow up for that. He didn't blow up for that, so he didn't say anything about that. It was Romero.
So thumbs up, cheers.
It was on Marino.
Yeah, and now the rather belatedly.
And he's gone off the pitch. It makes no sense that the physios are coming when he's gone off the pitch.
I think, as someone said, because it's a head injury, they're going to have to come and have a look at him, I think.
Yeah, but he's off the pitch anyway.
He is now off the pitch, but they'd already run on the pitch.
Yeah, they had,
So play resumes with a drop ball, and that's confirmed.
Need
Romero.
quality of
so
opponent.
Suspension then
more so for this window. Yeah, of course we do.
Colomwani controls it on the edge of the area, but Calafiori was alert to that and was able to slide in, which he had to be.
As much as I like to say Wilson needs a thought,
concerning for Tottenham at the moment.
It's just not an outright striker. Migenda, he's deadly, but
was coming back from the offside position.
Let's say we've not seen enough of him this season.
Mundell,
good player,
makes a good run, but it's good defending
to increase our strength going forward, but he gets injured, and if he gets injured again, I think he'll be away. That'll be it. Brilliant for you, can't stop watching it.
His 5th Premier League yellow
I'll watch
card
that, mate. I like things like that. I'll have a look.
Arsenal's 3, Tottenham 1 is the score. Still 20 minutes to play of this. And then 6:06 on 5 Live with Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage tonight, being a Sunday night. Arsenal with the ball near the edge of the area. Saka turns and shoots, and Vicario diving to his right. It's close enough to him to get both palms to it, but he had to make the save and push it round the post.
Yeah, he did. It's good play from Saka. He just gets half a yard. He uses Mickey Van de Ven and tries to bend it into that far corner. Yeah, I think Vicario could throw his hat on that. That's a save for the cameras, John, but he done well to tip it around the post.
And strangely enough, in this match between these two teams that are so successful with corners, I think this is only the 2nd corner of the match. I don't think Tottenham have had one, have they?
No, I think you could be right, John.
So Rice to take this from the left-hand side at the North Bank stand into the near post, and that's easily headed away by Kudus, and then on the edge of the area Eza swung a left foot at it but sent it high over the top of the crossbar and behind for a goal kick. Back to Twickenham again. Chris Jones.
Well, we're into added time at the end, John. The clock is dead, so when the ball is dead,
I
it's
don't
over.
think there's
Argentina
many
got it
Sunderland
3-4
fans
though.
like Chris
They've
Sutton
scored
either,
another try
Mike.
through Isgro, converted via a drop goal. England 27, Argentina 23. The Pumas
Just
trying to
his
go
voice,
from 80
man.
metres. England just need to keep
Just
their
his voice.
discipline, and they will win. But it's probably been tighter than a lot of people around here would have thought. England 27, Argentina 23, closing stages.
Yes, this has turned out to be a little tighter than we might have thought when Arsenal were 3-0 up. 3-1 it is now, but Arsenal pressing. Trossard, little piece of nifty footwork from him on the edge of the area, and he was able to deflect it through for what is confirmed as now only the third corner of the match. So Tottenham haven't been able to force a single one.
No, they haven't, you're right. And Declan Rice, unusual, hit the first man. They'll be hoping for a better delivery this time.
Yeah, and as he walks over there into the corner, just with his head down, concentrating, places the ball in the quadrant, waiting to deliver this. Right-footed. Arsenal grouping players beyond the far post. In it comes to the back post, and it's headed down, blocked on the line, and Vicario grabs it.
How's he missed
turned
that?
round, and it bounced up for him, and he said, "Thank you very much," grabbed it, and then gave it out. Kudus on the chase, but Eza got there first, and that could easily have rattled into the back of the Tottenham net.
Yeah, it could have. We need to see a replay, John. I think it's a free header, and it was a great opportunity. The ball in from Declan Rice is outstanding.
Yeah, Vicario went for it, stretching, didn't get there, and was very fortunate to turn and find the ball bouncing up right in front of him. As now Tottenham come again. Simon's running from deep. Yet to score for Tottenham since
I think it's since we beat Norwich in the
'92
FA Cup semi-final.
Kudus' left foot ball, but Raya's
very
able to
bitter,
come and
isn't it?
grab that ahead of Richarlison, who might have just had a little nudge into Saliba, who gets to his feet. Raya's given it away. Kudus. Now the ball in from Spence to the edge of the penalty area. That is cleared by Zubamendi and rolls out of play. And the referee, Michael Oliver, has just said to Romero, "Don't take the throw yet." And Richarlison just shoved Saliba away right in front of Michael Oliver, which you do wonder sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, to shove away an opponent right in front of the referee rates pretty highly on the stupidometer. Fortunately for him, he didn't react too much, Saliba, and Michael Oliver wasn't going to react to it either. And it's a throw-in.
It's funny, isn't it, how some
Mikel
weekends
Arteta has
you
got
win
an issue
and all the
with
teams around you
something now
lose,
as well.
Newcastle lose, and then some
he's holding
weekends
his
you
arm up
lose and
as though
everybody else around you,
He knows what the
gets a
capital
result.
of Albania is.
That's football for you.
As,
That's what it is being a fan.
play
You're on a high 1 minute,
continues.
you're laughing at other teams, and then
Romero
they're laughing
knocks
at
it
you.
back
And
to goalkeeper Vicario.
that's the way it goes, isn't it?
A
You've
few
got to
subs
take it
coming
if you're
here,
given
John.
it.
Yeah, Madueke is going to make his return.
Okay, Pedro Porro and Brennan Johnson's coming on.
As Marino reverse pass to Trossard. Trossard across to Eza. Oh, lovely from Eza. Oh, he scored!
Oh.
From the edge of the area with his right foot. This is a Barati Eza's North London derby. It's a hat-trick. The first one he's played
Incredible.
in.
Incredible.
Started out at Arsenal. Eventually came back here. And that is fairy tale stuff for Eza. A hat-trick. And Arsenal now 4-1 up on Tottenham.
It's
good,
brilliant
Mike, now,
play, to be
isn't it?
fair. And the goal's fantastic. I thought he was going to shift it to Saka, but once he gets it, he shifts it to his right foot and bends it into that bottom corner. It's fantastic. It's what Arsenal deserve. Even though Tottenham came back into it, Tottenham have been poor. Arsenal have the quality in that final third, and it's brilliant play. Marino to Trossard, and when it comes to Eze, the finish, John, he just guides it. He deserves that hat-trick. He's been outstanding.
Nice goal, that, like.
Just took it beautifully onto his right foot. And as he did so,
They look a good, strong unit, Arsenal. Like I say, I don't know how on earth we
Udogie coming
more
across,
than matched
wasn't
them
it?
at the stadium.
The
Like.
defender slid in,
Wicked.
and Eza just dragged it back. And as Udogie went to ground, it was perfectly into the path on his right foot to curl it in.
He makes the game look so easy, John. And that is one of those where you just pay to watch.
Concerned
him play.
look on the Brentford
Beautiful
manager's
finish.
face.
Arsenal going to make
You
changes
must now know that's
Trossard's
game
coming
over.
off.
Game, set and match.
Madueke is coming on. Tottenham are going to bring Porro onto the field and Johnson as well. While they do that, let's go back to Twickenham and Chris Jones.
Well, England was 17-0 up and 27-16 up. In the end, they've held on to win 27-20.
They were there for the taking, Colin, if Lafay hadn't mucked around at the back.
It was way closer than it probably should have been. That's a credit to
mental.
Argentina, but England will feel they took their foot off the gas.
It's how you do it there, how mentally you're prepared
for your straight win in a row.
For the team you're playing in the next match.
Themselves one of the top teams in the world game at the moment.
If you're not mentally up for it, you think it's going to be an easy walkover, then you're in trouble.
Yes, you'll hear more from Chris and all the reaction on the Rugby Union Weekly. That is on BBC Sounds, on the BBC Sounds app. You'll find that. Earlier, Scotland 56-0 winners against Tonga, as you may have heard if you were listening earlier in the afternoon. Spence is off and Porro is on for him, Pedro Porro, who was playing for Spain during the latest World Cup qualifiers. Arsenal win it back. Saka pulls it back. Eza, not another one. Oh, and it's saved by Vicario.
Wow.
To his left. A flying left foot shot. Took it into his stride. And Vicario, diving to his left, was able to keep this one out.
It's a brilliant save.
I'm absolutely destroying Spurs. Tottenham a brilliant one game.
And then once he
4 or 5, I know.
He takes a shot, tries to drill it. It's a good save from Vicario.
Johnson came on for Kudus as well. So Brennan Johnson is on the right-hand side up front. And now the Emirates is back to the noise that we heard just before that astonishing Tottenham goal from Richarlison. The celebrations. This is what it means to Arsenal supporters to win a North London derby in style. Madueke now making his return. Noni Madueke, having missed the last 11 Arsenal matches, and obviously the England matches as well. Tottenham able to come forward though with Simons, but Arsenal men coming back. Simons, I think, is going to try a shot from distance, which he does, and it was the wrong decision. He mishit it, dragged it wide from 25 yards, wide of the near post and behind. But there's no doubt who's going to grab the headlines from this match. Eberici Eza, signed back by Arsenal from Crystal Palace in the summer for somewhere in the region, 67.5 million pounds, depending on all of the various clauses. So it's a lot of money. But
he's paid that back in today's game, hasn't he, John? Scoring a hat-trick in a North London derby. No, he hasn't, but nah, that would turn out to be one of the best signings of the season in my eyes.
For Eza, growing up an Arsenal fan, what we've witnessed here today is one of the highlights of his entire career.
100%.
Whatever he does.
I'll tell you what, this is going to make the Premier League take note Arsenal title contenders, honestly.
And supporting this team from a youngster. It's every kid's dream, and he's lived his dream.
Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. And Arsenal scoring 4 goals against Tottenham as Saliba just sees the ball out for what is a Tottenham corner. Final touch was from the Arsenal man. So Tottenham do have their first corner of the match in the 81st minute. The first time that Arsenal have scored 4 against Tottenham since 2018. That was a 4-2 win here. So the first time for 7 years that Arsenal have done this. 4-1 is the score.
Tottenham, since they've had that new stadium, they've just been like
for them to defend.
There.
Arsenal defence won't want to concede another one. Simons, Tottenham fans, I noticed there are gaps in the Tottenham end behind Simons.
Not winning anything other than just sort of existing.
Headed away, Pedro Porro gets a touch on that. Johnson gets a touch on that. Now Pedro Porro takes it on. Porro's ball across the penalty.
I wouldn't mind if that was us, actually.
Is able to control that and just hit it away downfield. Vicario was actually out of his goal there, but I mean, he was just outside his own penalty area. That would have topped Richarlison if he'd been able to find the net with that. Vicario, long and forward from him. Timber wins that one in the air. Bounces down for Arsenal. Saka got there first, gave it to Eza. Saka's got space here. Watch out, Tottenham. Saka forward to Madueke. Porro trying to reach him. Still Madueke. The cross is blocked by Porro as he slid feet first behind for an Arsenal corner at the other end.
You know what? When Arsenal click and they get the 1 and 2 touch with Eze and Saka and Madueke, they look beautiful to watch. When it was Trossard that was on, they're a beautiful team to watch.
That's the 2 likes, thank you.
The favourites to win the Premier League, John.
Yeah, that should be quite a match on Wednesday. Bayern Munich, who are unbeaten this season. Arsenal, who've lost just the once, that 1-0 defeat at Liverpool. Remember when Szoboszlai scored the late goal? It's a very different time for Liverpool, that, wasn't it? I'm sure the Liverpool corners on 6:06 again tonight, obviously, after that result yesterday. If you didn't
So we expect Arsenal to win 4-1 then? Convincingly as they have been?
BBC Sounds, go back to yesterday afternoon, 3 o'clock on the app. Corner for Arsenal. Rice to take this. Remember the last one that they had, Rice got that right, and it very nearly was deflected into the net. This one to the near post is headed up and away. Rice gets there first, just sort of slices it back into the penalty area, bounces down. Tottenham scrambling here, headed away by Palhinha, and then cleared further away by Johnson, just volleyed it up and away towards the halfway line. But the match is won now, Clinton.
Yeah. I would say it is won,
that third goal from Eza, the fourth for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it was won at 3-1, John. I just think it was a brilliant piece of skill from Richarlison to bring Tottenham back in. But other than that, they haven't really created much or tested David Raya.
No. And on the subject of listening back to matches, you can do that with any of our commentaries, and the one I would recommend is going back to have a listen to Scotland-Denmark from last Tuesday night. If you find that on BBC Sounds, that was quite a listen.
100% Arsenal will win, I think, right now.
That on the Stations and Schedules box on the BBC Sounds app. Also on there, incidentally, this week, Bukayo Saka is the subject of the football interview with Kelly Summers. He's had a good day, Saka. Hasn't got on the score sheet. Not ruling it out, though, as Madueke tries to take it on, but Romero is able to come in with the tackle. And it's out of play for a throw-in.
Have you seen the Birmingham new stadium plans? I like it, mate. I think it's good.
So what about Tottenham then, Clinton? I mean, I think many teams would have struggled against Arsenal today.
No, they would have struggled, but it's a North London derby. I think Tottenham are where I feel they might be for the whole of the season. I don't think they'll be...
Like the towers, chimneys, whatever, just makes it a focal point from a distance, because you don't have floodlights now, do you?
Missing players like
I used to like looking at Roker Park from a distance. You can see the floodlights from a way off. You'd be able to do that in the Birmingham Stadium. But the new stadiums, you don't really know, do you? That they're there, because they're sort of hidden.
They'll look to strengthen again in January. Needs Solanke back as well. I do think they miss Solanke.
Yeah, and both of these teams actually have been struggling with injury problems. Kulusevski, as we've said before, Clinton, is an important player to have missed.
He's a top player, Kulusevski. They will miss him.
Arsenal are going to...
Yeah, there's a lot of fans laughing at it, but I think it's good. I do like it.
First of all, play gets back underway. Richarlison bounces to Declan Rice. Could have scored early on, Declan Rice, but no matter. Calafiori now back to Rice, but he can't get there down the left wing, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Tottenham. Ethan Nwaneri is going to be given a piece of the
Arsenal really haven't really broke sweat today, have they?
And listen to this inside the Emirates Stadium. They're absolutely loving it. Tottenham coming forward with...
Still nowhere near as now does the stadium like it, was it?
And then Challenge wins the ball back from Timber, and Timber is surging forward now, and it needed for Tottenham Van de Ven to slide in and win that, and Porro passes it forward to Simons, who's got space inside his own half. We're into the last 5 minutes as Declan Rice comes in and puts the challenge in on Simons. It is a free kick, and Simons is not best pleased with that, and there's now Richarlison gets involved. Simons then squares up to Rice. Pedro Porro was shoving away as well. Declan Rice points a finger, and referee Oliver just stands away from this. He's got a yellow card in his hand, and the player's now just milling around. David Raya, for some reason, has come out of his penalty area and has gone to speak to Richarlison. I'm not sure what good that will do, Clinton. Anyway, it's all calmed down now.
Not going to... Richarlison don't listen to no one.
Not sure the Arsenal goalkeeper is necessarily the first one he's going to start listening to. So it looks as though it might be a yellow card for Declan Rice, as Nwaneri is going to come onto the field. Yeah, there it is. It's a yellow card for Declan Rice. It was a sturdy challenge on Simons.
Yeah, I think it's a reaction where he just looked over him like something had happened. So
right, 2 Arsenal changes, and Mikel Merino just runs his fingers through his hair. He's done well, hasn't he? The way that he set up that first goal for Trossard.
Yeah, he's brilliant. You know, when you can put Marino anywhere, he's brilliant.
And I think quite a shrewd move from Mikel Arteta here. With
The Powerhouse Stadium.
You know, the big talking point was whether it was
The
going
Fred
to be
Dibner
Hincapié
Stadium.
or Mosquera.
You know who Fred Dibner is?
Who would play today? Hincapié got the nod, but for the final minutes, Mosquera,
I think it's a cracking stadium.
the young
60,000.
Spanish under-21
Brave considering where they are. I think Sunderland
just
need to do
21
their
years
stadium. I think they
old,
need an
is going to be
extension.
given the final
I'd like to
minutes.
see it. I would like to see it.
And Tottenham take this latest free kick, which is totally wasted by Romero.
It's lack quality,
Through for a
Tottenham.
goal
They
kick.
do lack quality. I know we were speaking about their good away records, but in the crunch games when it matters, these are the big games where the fans want the players to turn up, and they've just lacked the quality this afternoon.
Yeah, their defeats this season, not many of them, but lost 1-0 at home to Bournemouth, lost 2-1 at home to Aston Villa, as I mentioned in the first half, lost their last away match actually, 2-0 League Cup at Newcastle, when Newcastle played well, beaten 1-0 at home by Chelsea, and now being well beaten 4-1 here by the leaders Arsenal. So for Tottenham, this will be their heaviest defeat so far under the management of Thomas Frank. Not necessarily what you needed in your early days as the Tottenham manager. Remember, it is only his 19th match, but we know, don't we, from the aftermath of the Chelsea game, that some Tottenham supporters need to be convinced by him.
Yeah, definitely they have to be convinced by him, because when you work a club like Tottenham, the fans want to be entertained, John, and if you're not winning football matches, which he's done all right so far, but they've got to buy into what Thomas Frank want to do. This is not Brentford, this is Tottenham, so he knows he has to change, but I still think he's a top manager.
He's a hell of a manager.
Arsenal lead. Lines open for 606 on 5 Live, 08085 909 693. It is free to ring on mobiles and landlines to talk to Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton tonight. You can text 85058, that's on your standard message rate, or you can get in touch on social media, hashtag BBC 606. Match of the day tonight, but if you haven't heard new this season, the clips are available to watch on any Premier League day from 8 o'clock at the weekend, so you'll be able to watch Richarlison's goal from over 40 yards out. And as I say, all today's football action will be there to read about on the BBC Sport football pages. Alex Howell and Sammy Mokhtar.
So anybody going to catch Arsenal? Well, not if Spurs, not if Liverpool and Man City keep
goal. Saka tried to
putting in performances like they do.
Sarr stepped forward, passes it to Simons. 4 minutes of added time before Tottenham can get back into the sanctuary of the dressing room. However, Arsenal have won it back. Saka forward to Eze, tried to flip it forward back to Saka. This time, for once today, it didn't come off, but the loose ball is there, and Eze stepped in and said thank you with Palhinha on the ground. And now a little flick from Rice back to Eze, and the olays can begin from the Arsenal supporters. Maybe just tried to be a little bit too cute there. Eze and Saka together.
I mean, can you imagine if this was the time where you're Derby and we were 4-0 up against
Yeah, I think he's just
Newcastle?
playing now, isn't he,
Can you imagine the noise at the stadium like compared to how quiet it is at the Emirates?
But it is the late time for Arsenal.
Yeah, we know that Odegaard is not
That's
too
the
far
difference,
away
isn't it?
from coming back. You know, he might be back in.
Yeah, but
You wouldn't be able to hear my commentary for
at
the
the moment, John. I think
the
he has to
chaos
play this
going
time,
on.
and that's what you want.
The captain.
Competition for play. I know he's the captain, but
There's a foul over there.
Some are going on behind the scenes at
Matt
Liverpool,
Brady
isn't there?
Just upended.
so you
by
think
Sarr.
Eze might come out for Odegaard?
Shouldn't be
It's a
losing
big
3-0.
decision,
That's
John.
not what I said.
No,
Against
you're not
Forest,
saying that,
like,
but if
sorry.
he wants to... I've seen it before where they play teams where Odegaard drops deeper and he maybe rests his Rice or Simba Mendy. I can't see that happening at the moment.
No.
You can ease him back in, though, can't you, John?
You can, yeah.
In the Champions League and against Chelsea.
And he could play on the left, of course.
Yeah,
as
but
he has been.
Trossard's been outstanding.
Trossard.
No
It's hard,
disrespect
isn't
to
it?
Forest, of course, but I mean, however.
I feel for Martinelli.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Where's he going to
I
get
do.
back in?
Exactly.
And now Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to come on as well for the latter stages. You know, seen relatively little football. He's really been the third choice left back for Arsenal with Calafiori and Hincapié, which is where he's played in the main so far.
And he's lost his England place, hasn't he, as
Yeah,
well?
in the squad.
He needs to start playing football. And he needs probably an injury before he can get into the team as well.
Yeah. but that's the strength of Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the strength. And if you want to be challenging on all fronts this season, you need competition for places.
2 minutes of added time to play. That rounds off the substitutions, I suspect, as Arsenal have this free kick out on the right-hand side. If you
Thank
just
you for
joined
the
us
17
on
likes
Live
as
Live
well.
on the World Service,
Jeez.
4-1 Arsenal lead, hat-trick from Eza. They take it short. Saka tries to clip it into the box, cleared away. Simons, but it runs away from him, and Arsenal have got it back in the centre circle. Yeah, quite the day for Arsenal, winning by a margin of 3 goals against Tottenham for the first time for 13 years it will be. And they're still thinking about perhaps another one in these dying moments, as Waneri plays it to the edge of the box to Timber. He's had a good day again, Jurian Timber from right back. He's so energetic.
He's so good. You got to realise how good Ben White was.
Never seen Liverpool lose so many games in the league. It's
mental.
mental.
In this Arsenal team. He's got no chance of getting
Considering
in
that they
moment
won the
way
league last
Timber's
season.
playing.
Yeah, and Timber actually started one of the Dutch games as a central defender.
I don't know, is it because
Alongside,
they feel as if they know it
Van
needn't
Dijk.
try as hard because they've won the league? A bit like, you know, when you
Recent
complete a
matches.
computer game and you think, like, you play it again, it's
Arsenal
not
4, Tottenham
you're
1.
not as thriving to
It'll
go. I
be
don't know.
Eza, you'll see, as the name in the headlines.
I
for
do think it'll
Arsenal
be
for this.
Salah's last
Trossard
season,
got
man, at
the ball
Liverpool.
rolling, but a hat-trick from Berici Eza.
He just Labrie put a bid in for him, eh?
The winning goal in the FA Cup final last
Okay,
season.
for that,
He's
yeah.
added more goals for England this season. Here's Rice in possession inside his own half. Final seconds now, we're into the last 30 seconds. Arsenal are about to make it 11 wins in their last 12 matches in all competitions. It'll be 6 wins out of 7 in the Premier League, just that draw at Sunderland. And most importantly, they'll have a 6-point lead at the top of the Premier League this evening. Here's Simons. Simons playing it, but Timber steps in. And then Waneri trying to win it back. Eza is effectively playing as the...
Yeah, then the number 9 now, isn't it? Yeah.
But there it is.
There
the
it
final
is.
whistle goes. Tottenham are put out of their misery.
Service resumed. Well, cheers, Stephen, and thanks everybody for popping in for the watch-along. I've enjoyed myself today. There's going to be more watch-alongs on the big games coming up in the future. So in the meantime, enjoy your Sunday night, and we'll see you for the Let's Get Carried Away show tomorrow, 8 o'clock start.